Mr. John asked me to come and speak. I said, me, not me. But then when we talk a lot every 2 weeks. He told me what he wanted me to talk about. It's kind of hard because my life is kind of like all over the place. When I try to put my life together in a book, it's kind of hard because I just did so many things in my life. But I like to start where this one particular day on October the 29th, 1989, I had no purpose. I was a dead man walking. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about living. And I stood there in a maximum security prison cell with a white sheet going through my fingertips. And I was about ready to commit suicide. And a fleeing thought just came to me, and it was my mom. And all I could think about her was in a welfare line, collecting cheese, and making one little speech to me before she died in my arms from cancer. And that was, "Bam, bam, be good." That still wasn't enough. I guess God made my little son come to my eyes, and I seen him growing up to become one of those thugs and gangsters that I thought I was in my neighborhood. And I dropped down, I begged God, please, if you would give me another chance and allow me to go back to my martial arts. I swear to you, I will never, ever abandon you again. You gave me everything since the age of 17. Mr. Coquinas taught me in a classroom on a blackboard. I was the littlest kid, and amongst all the board of directors, Mr. Kovar, Mr. LaValle, my instructor, Master Brown, demonstrating, but I took it all for granted. And when God answered my prayers, I decided to jump up in that prison cell, and I began to do push-ups and kicks every day. I began to go to the library and read every book. I don't care what it was, anything that dealt with self-empowerment, I did, because I didn't need the answers. It was already inside of me. I just didn't use them. And on that day when they released me out of jail with $20, a dream, and a vision, and believing in the unseen, I was committed to go back and get my son and relive my dreams. That 6-year-old kid who promised that he would do martial arts so he can get his mother out the projects. When I got on that bus and I stopped there in D.C. and I called my instructor, every time I look, when I caught my instructor, the greatest person in this whole wide world, Master Brown, after all I did to him, he said, "Come and live with me, Bam Bam." And I said, "No, sir, I need to live by myself. I need to check in a shelter, and I need to live on the street so I can make this dream come true." And I checked in the shelter, I got a job, and I ran to Washington Monument every day, and I worked out every day. And my instructor brought me back in the school, and the school grew. And from that, every dream I had as a little kid, from being in movies and getting my son, anything that I dreamt about as a 6-year-old manifests into reality. My school prospered in EFC at the top of the all-star list. But because of me, sometimes our worst enemy is ourself. I begin to have self-doubt. I begin to question myself. I begin to live based on my ego. And I believe we took a drop in EFC. And even if you look in the all-star book now, you see it's like right there around 10. But it doesn't matter because I know what my purpose is. I know what my family, as John said, look at what your weakness is. My weakness is myself. And all I got to do is look and believe and crack down and begin to go in my school and know that my purpose is to make sure each and every last one of those little kids coming at school, they don't be the person I used to be. They don't have self-doubt. I make them parents feel happy, feel joyful, and remember that if I don't give what I learned from my instructor and from Mr. Coquinas right there, if I don't give it back and keep giving it back, my school will never grow. Today, I know that I'm wealthy. I don't need money or nothing like that to make me happy because all that wealth is right there inside. What I need to do is show that every time I open up the doors. And thanks to my instructor, he has given me the strength and the power to be able to do that, and Mr. John Coquinas. So I know today what my purpose is. And as John reminds me all the time, what is your purpose? And my purpose is to give back. And I guess as I put this mic down, look inside yourself. Ask what your purpose is. What excuse do you really have? Anybody in there says the economy or whatever, it ain't the economy. What excuse do you have? I was in a prison cell ready to give up. And I dig down inside myself, and everywhere from Miss Joyce Santa Maria, Mr. Deaton, everybody right there to stand up here. This is kind of like my testimony to say thank you, Master Ernie, Master Tony Thompson, everybody in this room, Master Doyen over there, and Mr. LaValle. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And it's my duty to continue on and make my school a success by making every little kid. I think I say this for myself, to make sure no kid ever be like the person I used to be. And for that, that's the greatest thing that martial arts has taught me. So thank you.